but I'm going to invest every possible moment or every possible free time I have right now, so I don't have to work for somebody else until I'm 65.
High five to that.
High five. Yes,
Right.
yes. I'm sure we share the same opinions
Yes,
about
absolutely.
that. You know, bigger fear to kind of keep me motivated. So this thing that I have going on seems like a super small fear and something that I can get it done easily, you know?
Yeah.
So fears are also something that keeps you motivated.
That's right. That noise from upstairs keeps us motivated to keep going.
Yeah, it's a fear
it's
now.
all good,
I don't know
right?
what it is. Is it like ghost or what is going on?
That's right. But yeah, I think when I learned about this is like, there's a number of people that I follow on YouTube, and they're basically like, okay, if you have a 9-to-5 job right now, because that's basically kind of what I had. I worked night shift, but it was still, you know, long hours, working for corporate America. But what I'm trying to say is, if you or somebody you know is in that boat, all the people that I follow, and they basically say, see if you can get a side hustle going, and let that side hustle be something that is your hobby, but eventually can turn into something where people pay you to do your hobby. And so, but be willing to do your hobby for free initially, and then eventually earn a little bit more, to the point where your expenses are covered, and then you get to pay yourself. And so that is another route that I recommend for people, because that's kind of what I did. Like, I worked for PepsiCo, and I had savings and stuff like that. And for me, like, having that lifestyle and freedom was way more important than the steady paycheck, although that's nice. But I was miserable, and my health was suffering, and I felt like I wasn't being supported. It was a very negative and toxic culture within the whole company, but also within specifically where I was at. So like for me, I was like, I'm doing this because I don't want to be on my deathbed like wondering, having regrets. Like, I don't want to say, like, what if?
What have I done with my life, pretty much, you know?
I don't want to do that, and I don't want to wait till I'm on my deathbed, right? I want to like have the least amount of regrets. And even Jeff Bezos of Amazon, he calls it like a strategy where you minimize the amount of regrets that you have. That's the type of life he lives. He's like, I want to minimize the amount of regrets. And the only way to do that is to have a side hustle in your main job, or at some point decide, hey, I'm going to go from this main job and just, because I have savings or support or whoever's spouse, and do this job, or do my passion full time.
My passion, definitely. So. Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, but you were mentioning corporate job, and also what I like, what I hated, that you're replaceable, right? Any moment, another beauty advisor / makeup artist / retailer, whatever, can replace me. And I knew that, you know, I'm there, I'm cute, I'm this and that, but somebody else can come along looking better, having better maybe skills or whatever it is, and replace me. They don't care. They replace them like this, you know. Every season they hire new people. I don't know how your job was specifically, or what, you know, were you as replaceable as I was, but that was the thing also, that I couldn't grow. Yes, I could grow to be a manager of a counter. Yeah, why? I mean, to just manage somebody else's business, that's ridiculous. Manager for me is the worst position you can be at, honestly, because you are working as it's your business, but you're working for somebody else on a salary, right? Is it right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I feel like, and it's not something better pay, you know, maybe it's a little bit better, but nothing crazy. So that thing also, that I cannot progress in that same company or business, was also the thing that motivated me to start something on my own.
Yeah.
That I can, you know, make my own titles and make my own promotions and whenever I want to. So.
And I think a lot of people may not like stick with it long enough. Right. And so there's that whole, like, even if you do start with the side hustle or go all in with the thing you are passionate about, like, we have to see it for like at least 3 to 5 years, because that's how franchises in order to break even with a franchise, that you have to buy and spend $100,000+ if you qualify for it. You know, like a franchise for Chipotle, or, you know, or something like that. Like, there's an application process, and you have to have so much in savings, and you got to like,
there's
you have to, like,
a huge process to get it.
And so like, even then you have to wait 3 to 5 years before you start breaking even and making a profit. So I think entrepreneurship is an amazing journey. I think it's not for everyone, as Gary Vee talks so much about. He's like, you know, it's really not for everyone, because a lot of people are going to quit too soon, or they might have done better as a number 10 or number 15 in Facebook, or, you know, in a corporate job. But until then, it's have a side hustle and work your full-time job until that side hustle pays you enough to at least cover the bills.
Yeah.
Or if you have a support system like a spouse or savings, that you can take that leap and set a time frame for that, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years out from now, but also taking actions every day to move towards it. I think that's the best game plan.
Taking actions every day. It's so important, really important. Every day moving towards your goal. And even if you fail, like failing for me, I love failing because then I can learn and do it second time better. It's going to take me less time. So I'm not afraid to fail at whatever it is. I started YouTube. I might have failed with the first video, you know, with the editing or whatever. But now I know for second video, I'm importing music. I'm importing this, that, you know, effects. So every time I'm learning more and more. And actually mistakes is something that brings me closer to my goal.
Yeah.
So next time I'm going to do it quicker, I'm going to do it better. So I'm not afraid to make a mistake or fail. And even if you do something 10 times, repeat it 10 times, you're going to get good at it. Doesn't matter what it is. Is it something that you do, that it's your hobby or your passion or whatever it is that you can Google, research, even if you repeat it 10 times, you're going to get better at it.
Yeah.
Right? Doesn't matter what it is.
That's right.
So that's the thing that also is a really big part of being entrepreneur is just to keep going. Don't stop. Don't, you know, it's sometimes people have problems with giving up their free time. Because starting up a business, starting up a job, you work all day, you pull all-nighters so many times, you wake up early, you hustle, you go networking, you give out cards, you make sure everybody knows what you're doing.
Right.
So people are afraid to give out their free time. It's easy to work 9 to 5. You come home at 6 p.m., you have dinner, and then you chill. You go out, you know, you hang out with friends, go have coffee, go see a movie. It's easy, but it's not easy to come home from a job. Let's say I'm a makeup artist. I come home, and then I have to do Instagram. I have to edit videos. I have to do this. I have to do that. I have to follow up on emails. Like, I still have to work. And sometimes I work till 12, 1, 2 a.m. in the morning, still doing those things. I have to wake up in the morning and go to do my makeup job. So it's, you know, people they don't want to give out that free time now for maybe a year or 2 or 3, so they don't have to work for another 45 to 50 years until they get to their retirement and have something in their savings so they can enjoy their lives. And that's, you know, for me, that's absurd. You're going to be 65 when you retire, you're going to have $1 million in your savings or your 401k, but are you going to have that health? Are you going to have that abilities? Are you going to have that passion for traveling or whatever it is?
Or your youth? I mean,
or your youth. I mean, come on.
You gave it all up for the 9 to 5.
Yeah, you gave it all up for 9 to 5. You know, you waste. Like, think about it. You are born, right, and then you get a first job when you're like 18, 19. Mm-hmm. So from, let's say, 19 years old till 65, you're working. That's like a lot of time that's the most of your life you're working. And then you have 65, maybe to 75, 85 that you're gonna live. You know, maybe if you're lucky, right? Mm-hmm. If nothing happens to you. That you're going to enjoy that money that you are collecting so much throughout working 9 to 5 and paycheck to paycheck. So for me, that's absurd, and that's the reason also that motivates me that I don't want to be like that. I want to retire when I'm 35, when I'm 40, and I want to, you know, travel the world, explore, be free, just possibly, you know, be financially free by then. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to invest every possible moment or every possible free time I have right now, so I don't have to work for somebody else until I'm 65.
High five for that.
High five. Yes, yes. I'm sure we share the same opinions.
Yes, absolutely.
About that.
Yes. And it's about surrounding yourself with like-minded people that will help make you better, not bitter. Yep. And I think that's so important for me. And in our next video, we're going to talk more about basically, you know, how entrepreneurship can evolve to something like e-commerce or even branding. And so we're going to talk more about that and a little bit more of my story as well and kind of how that all relates. And so that concludes today's video. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit the like button if you did. Yes. Hit subscribe. I'll have NIKOLINA's information and channel down below as well, so you can follow her on Instagram, so you can follow her on YouTube, and then if you want to check out other videos that we have as well, all that will be in the link in descriptions below, so make sure to do that. Yes. And other than that, we'll see you in the next video.
Bye.